just start it without you guys seeing, and will then show the screen. Sorry for that. Welcome back, Lightning. So many welcome backs. Yay! Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. You guys are really, really awesome. I'm so happy that you guys are here. We're having a wonderful little Christmas. This game is supposed to take about 4 hours, but I'm really slow at playing stuff. I mean, I took 15 hours for Wandersong, and the average is about 9 hours. So I don't know if I'll be able to play through it in 4 hours, but we'll see. I just hope that I'll be able to actually use YouTube as well. Oh, I'm very sorry. Dance? Not dancing, no. Blinking. So let me mute just, not mute, hide the screen. And let's hope that it works. Alright, German stuff is done. Now British stuff. Yay! Halfway there. Yay! Should be done by 4 AM. What time is it for you, Sally? Because for me it's 2:50. Oh my gosh, it's late. Oh yeah, it's a very good thing that I hit the screen. Oh. I don't think it can see anything. Nope. The game can't see anything because of VTube. I'm very sorry, but I will have to stop VTube. Which I don't like, but I have to. Night, Kenny. I don't want to stop VTube. No. Let me see if I should have a picture that I can slap on so you guys can at least see the avatar. I'm sorry that I can't show my avatar while playing this game, but you would probably need 2 cameras to do it, because 1 camera can only be used by 1 program. I wanted to look into virtual cameras for that too, but I just haven't done that yet. I'm very sorry for that. So we've got a picture here. I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger. A little bit smaller. This is me. Yep. Okay, let's see if I can now have the detection. Very sorry that VTube is not running, but it just won't be able to. I probably do need to introduce a second camera. Okay, that should be fine. Just have to calibrate everything, which is done by also showing my face, which is why it's not shown. Wonderful. Welcome to Before Your Eyes. Well, if it's actually showing. I just changed the category, so this is a game about blinking. See, every time you blink, the game will notice. See how this works? Try blinking on the white symbol. When you see a metronome and blink, you'll jump forward. Keep blinking. Isn't doing anything. Get away, you make a foul.
That's mine.
Oh wait, there's worse. Sorry.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you, if that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here.
One moment, I have to... There.
You remember blinking, don't you? That thing you did 30,000 times a day? Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special.
Oh, I see we have stream raiders. Yep. I'm missing my model move. Damn it. But a game with blinking, that was Frosky's idea actually, and so far it looks pretty interesting. I wonder what I can do with blinking though. I'm kind of afraid also that I should not blink outside of its necessity. Wonder how that will play out. Yay, well done guys. Next is actually a boss. Woohoo! Didn't think we were this far already. I'm going to turn in my quest and see what the next quest is. Ornate snowflakes. Damn it, the snowflakes again. Seven kills. Okay, that should be doable. I am going with a warbear. Boop. Back into the blinking game.
See all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? Better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life from prow to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I hate eat seagull for dinner again, and you... well... we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me.
Oh dear.
Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good layabouts. Unsatisfactory.
Okay, so that's
clock
probably
watchers.
the souls are very taken.
I got some words for you.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry you had to hear that. Ooh. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this.
No.
Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. The thing...
Damn it.
Just
Should I
try to
blink?
enjoy it this time.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that?
Can't move.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Seashells.
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree.
Covered in flowers.
The day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
Okay, go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to
Yay!
make him do this every birthday. Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it? I like the music.
That's very specific.
Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know.
Boats.
Probably solving the problems of the universe.
That's what boats do, isn't it?
So,
Ah, you have
No,
to think
it's
that
not
I'm
derivative.
doing that way too
At
much.
least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my peace jar. It really means a lot.
I did artwork, mommy.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color. You know, if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. You'll be a real artist. Unlike your poor mom.
I love that I have choices.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first.
Oh no. No, I
Okay,
skipped.
Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
Yes, show.
I just don't want him to get attached. Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Aww.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we?
By the way, sometimes it just automatically does it. Oh, someone is allergic.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down?
No.
Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
A kitten is secretly an elite mercenary. It certainly is doing a good job on the mother.
Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up.
Hey, Callahan.
I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost.
Oh, she very quickly lost.
God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Damn it. I couldn't do a choice. I keep skipping through choices accidentally, or the system is just, you know, dragging ahead. Strange. Sometimes seems to be seeing too much. Where's mommy? Okay, sweetie. Callahan. We're gonna play the piano. Mama's passion.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
I'm not playing
What?
anything.
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Yeah, sure. But, you know, anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure.
Yep, it just skipped ahead again by itself. Damn it. Playing!
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him. For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Adorable.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
Oh. Bad kitty. Not trained kitty. What's going on there? Chuck.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please.
No.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. No such luck for me.
Damn it. I have the feeling that I'm skipping through a lot of stuff without wanting to.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay? Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
I'm following that though. What was I supposed to do?
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
I mean, yeah, it's true, but still. Oh. No! It registers as
So
blinking.
you're saying it's a
Damn it,
coincidence that it
again.
disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
I thought I was.
Uh-huh. And that was based on...
Pee-hole distance?
Say that one more time, sweetie.
Pee-hole distance from the butt. If it's further away...
I'm still not understanding.
Damn it!
He keeps
It's
coloring
registered
the
way
grass
too many
blue,
blinks.
the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
No, are you able to pick up the new book?
Yes, the Manila Galleon was of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah, got those two.
Extremely expensive, right? I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
That was horrible. Okay, so I take it this is from the view of an autistic 7. I have no idea.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Trying hard not to blink. I don't want to miss any story. Really trying hard not to blink. I can't. Ah.
Okay.
See you later, Lightning.
Brackets on each side. 2 screws on each bracket.
The quiz said find the 0, and he...
What the? I hate it. It's just done way too many blinks.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down and I'll drive it back with you up there.
You're not my. Fall back, you fool! I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
Chloe, come play inside.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you.
I'm actually walking without doing anything. Am I dead? It feels so strange to not have a V2 avatar.
Why are
I
you
don't have
always
to
out here taking
take care of my
photos?
movement.
You
Lots of
know, if
blinking.
you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go, but
Ah! I didn't even blink!
Quiet, everyone. Betty's about to play for us.
Wow, L, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Ah, very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
What a show.
Okay, I had to give up. Couldn't
Class
not
is World
blink.
History. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units. In each unit, we will study.
I will believe it that
on
Chloe
your
is fun.
desk, I wrote you something.
We're in the same class, what a coincidence. Please keep in mind that while we're at school, we don't know each other. Do not talk to
This
me
is a
ever.
vote.
Love, Chloe.
I want each of you
I...
to write it down.
Okay, I don't know if
Not
she's
doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Those who can't remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
Now I will
True.
go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
So those who do not remember.
Nope, damn it.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself. The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
A new contestant has approached. That's Pokemon, isn't it?
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay,
Take the stick.
Shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use tickle stick. Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though. I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard. Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough.
Not good enough,
so
eh?
Ugly. Ugh.
Looks so adorable there.
It's called a magnet school.
Mighty McNerdly, maybe he can teach me about the Hans cook. I don't understand it.
It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something.
I can't read it. My eyes. My eyes.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry,
Music.
he's very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of.
I don't like you.
So, I understand you were a musician.
Well, okay.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Why do you hate it so much?
What was that? Was that the piece?
I didn't want to.
What is going on with you these...
I didn't want to. Damn it. I read it and then I had to blink. His mom seems like a witch. I'm not sure if I like the mom. She seems way too pushy.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Screw that. I want to answer the phone.
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let him talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Oh man, did I just cause a fight with your parents? I'm sorry, dude, but you should also cherish these moments. My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot.
I like the dad too.
So basically,
the Hanskog is a type of massive sailing trade ship used by the Hanse, the trade organization that monopolized trade in the North and East Sea, as well as founding and running cities like Bremen and Hamburg. The knowledge of how they built them at the time a year was lost. Ah. It would make sense if he might actually have any knowledge. I mean, it would make sense. Meanwhile, makes sense. I'm trying to get my footrest back, but yeah, no, there's kittens on there.
In the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale?
Mr. Kid. That's...
And she's got...
Look at it.
And yes, that's a she. The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus.
Tonight, after my dad goes to sleep, I'm going to sneak out my house and go sleep on the beach.
Now,
if you want to get invited, draw me a picture of Mr. Isaac feeling constipated.
She is ready to devour any of the deceased who do not pass judgment.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Me with your weekly quizzes.
Oh well.
So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right now.
Ew, why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard! Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean this is no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
No, suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please. God, why is it like that?
Do not blink. Do not blink. Do not blink. Ha! Didn't blink for, well, until it was over.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Richard, tell you.
She leaves the freaking door open.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Benny, I say turn the lights off, not just Mom.
Killing me, Richard. We're supposed to be united friends.
United friends. Benny, damn it.
Benny, turn those lights off.
Benny, buddy, Mom wants the light. Benny, we want the lights off. We.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Kind of reminds me of my childhood, although not really. Oh, come on, I want my footrest back. Give me my footrest back. My feet are cold. Cats have stolen my footrest. Apparently the tea was perfectly sweetened until I got to the bottom of it, and now it's just a pit of sweetness. Ugh. To make new tea in place of that. Reminds you of yours as well. Yay! My parents always fought. If they weren't fighting, they weren't in the same house together, which was also a lot. Hooray for broken childhood. And then the only thing my childhood ass can come up with is wanting to have my own very well protected, very warm house and family. Don't know why. It's still my dream there. Mine was mostly just being ignored, so the fights weren't about me for the most part. The fights were literally about me. My father really wanted me, my mother didn't. My father basically forced her to have me. Also called her fat for, being pregnant. While she was 7 months pregnant, he had her carry our fridge to the first level apartment. And that was actually just a few hours before I was born, go figure. Yeah, I'm about 2 months early. Which is why I spent about these 2 months or more. I don't quite know. She told that a few times, but I don't quite remember. I spent them in one of these boxes where you put newborns in with lots of cables on. Yeah, that's probably also why I like the smell of disinfectant, because for the first few months of my life, every time I met my mom, it was accompanied by the smell of disinfectant. Apparently, I was so highly coordinated as a baby. I kept ripping out the cables. Yeah, incubators, I think. I kept ripping out the cables, so they had to really tape the cables on me. Like, I would really grab the cables with both hands and rip them out. The nurses were apparently cursing a lot, but also found it pretty funny. There's a few pictures of me I've seen some years ago that my mom still keeps, where you can see me in an incubator with loads of cable with loads of tape. Yeah, childhood fun. Meaning that I could very well easily have a completely limiting respiratory sickness due to my father's negligence, actually, of having my mother, not negligence, actually kind of abuse, of having my mother carry a fridge up 2 flights of stairs just because she fat while pregnant 7 months, you know. Families, don't you just love them? I hope that if I ever do manage to get my own family, I'll be able to just have a warm and safe place for my family. Didn't have a dad when growing up, but my mom was pretty pushy. My parents divorced when I was 6 years old, I think. My memory is pretty shoddy of that part of my life. I just know that I started school in nearby town after the divorce. And I remember having been to the house that we lived in once before that, while a lot of it was actually being broken down, rebuilt, and sold to someone. Before that, we were living in a 2-family house in the center of a valley, and a quarter of the forest belonged to us. But yeah. Don't you just love family fights? I don't know, that it just suddenly came up from this fighting, and it just makes me sad. Children should just eat, play, and sleep. That's all they should do, not worry about stuff.
Mostly your mom.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Richard,
I got you.
you're sleeping
On the
in the
couch?
yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
On the couch
yard?
in the yard
Oh,
tonight.
I didn't even book the couch?
So he's sleeping in the yard? Don't really have to turn that down. My childhood would probably have been better if my parents divorced earlier. Yeah. I am so sneaking out.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I mistook you for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Kongsters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So I'm sorry that I made you like it, because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And You're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most.
Aww.
Which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways. I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
No. Oh, wow. No, no, no! Damn it.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay, you still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can...
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay?
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father.
Yes, you did.
I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
On one hand cute, on the other she seems very self-centered. The Chloe, yeah. But she's also a kid and lots of stuff to figure out. I never had a friend until I was 25, so I don't know how healthy childhood friendships are.
Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo.
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah.
Ah, god damn it, I kept blinking. Don't wanna blink. This is really complicated.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
No, birds. I want to draw more.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready! B! You hear me? What's he doing?
He's drawing. He's becoming completely obsessed.
Why isn't your son using this, Al? No. You mean you don't miss it?
Ooh.
Well, ever since he got sick, all he does is make art. And what about his piano?
Oh, he doesn't play much anymore. But you have to see how good he's got at drawing.
She lets me draw.
I mean, if we'll let us.
Oh,
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
that's adorable.
I really gotta thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad in tears.
Haha. Well, the childhood friends I had eventually turned to bully me, only reconciled with one who I knew since kindergarten, who was really apologetic. I never had any childhood friends. Never. I was the bully target of the whole village though, so I have multiple memories of being chased through the village by at least 5 girls on bikes. And a few hours later, my mom would come to scold me because some neighbor came with one of my items apparently hung on her fence, and so she needed to scold me instead of, asking why my items would hang on her fence, which were usually because they had been taken from me and were dragged over the fence by the girls, or, a lie from the girls or something. Yeah, it was always nice. Always nice. Ooh. In 2 short paragraphs, describe why you want to pursue a career in the arts. Drawing. That's really cool.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art!
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
Ouch.
There you go, Mr. Bryn. Feel each shape. Oh, you fiend!
Okay. Artists be weird.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
Really? Artists be weird. It's a freaking asshole. Yeah. Draw the teacher with a dick on his forehead. Nope. I don't even think that's possible, but okay.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
The frick. Can I have some of that wine? I need a lot.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating, and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. One little thing. A birdie told me that Elba Pressenhuber gave you her card. Now, I want you to cut that card into little pieces and feed it to an alley cat. Elba Pressenhuber is not in the business of the arts. Elba Pressenhuber is in the business of business. And you, child, you are no businessman. You are an artist. Live like one.
You mean without money? Instead, when I draw a dig on his former directly, call it performance art. Might as well tape the teacher to a wall. Considering what he just said, I'm okay with that.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
Are you sure about that?
Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract. Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent. But what's talent? Listen, I wish you the best of luck, okay? Okay, we're done.
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
Maybe I should have taken the contract, but I don't feel like it.
Ah, this is divine. So, now that you've grown your wings, tell me, young master, where will you fly? May I suggest somewhere abroad? This American air can be stifling. Ah, now what to eat? If we both only get appetizers, I can afford to go Dutch. Otherwise, I thank you for the dinner.
Ouch. No, I didn't want that.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin Bryn?
Oh my god. I think it is.
All places.
No, what the hell? I don't like it. God damn it, I'm always blinking in the wrong moments. I don't want to draw this.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich. Oh, but listen to me, Benjamin. Now is the single most important moment in your entire career. Collectors, curators, how we all love a rising star, and how bored we become once it's settled. Keep rising, Benjamin.
Yeah, I don't like this. Combine your ideas. Ask her if he likes tapes and CDs.
Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're such an important moment in your career, and...
No!
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe was the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of.
I didn't get to talk to her.
Magnum opus,
I don't know why.
so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about.
He is really not
Benny,
about that.
you ready to come up here?
This is not going well at all. I'm really bad at this game.
Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Brin? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous. You are a snake. You're a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you're a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is a genius. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is silent because Benjamin Brain is hard at work creating his greatest work yet. But you are doing nothing! The world has forgotten you, Benjamin! They have moved on! And I have moved on too. You have broken my heart.
This is going well.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself
I want
breaking
to
down
draw
again.
her. Damn it.
I hope you understand.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. By the way, she didn't want you to see her like that. She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son? Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
Life and painting. Passing Day. Inspired by the musical composition of his late mother, the composer L. Stevens, relatively unknown in her life, Bryn lifted his mother's work out of obscurity with the creation of this piece. She is now considered to be one of the greatest composers of her time.
Years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. Remember when you still drew my portrait even when I begged you not to? God, you were such a little jerk back then. I kept that drawing, you know? Oh my God, I bet it's worth quite a bit of money now.
Don't sell it.
And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius.
Yep.
Like mother, like son, I guess. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something? I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
What the hell?
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. Oh, the nobody nothing's dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one? His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant? His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding?
She was
Kinda
pretty
like
demanding.
your champion or more like a taskmaster. Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love?
I'm going with first love.
Be honest here. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right?
Yep.
See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year.
Wow, that's a little sickness.
And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten.
Thank you for the raid,
Painting.
folks.
Sure, he
Fine,
loved
you already
finger
done.
painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak.
Sleep
But
well.
for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece.
The dogs are getting pretty loud, so I'm going to take a little break for Stream Raiders. And welcome, you 9 viewers from Fox. I'm saying a failure, and I'm failing a lot, and currently I'm failing to keep my eyes open while trying to not to blink in this game that is driven by blinking. I have accidentally skipped quite a bit of dialogue, but hopefully no important choices. But we are still in the very beginning of this game, so who knows? Who knows? But so far, it's a pretty emotional game. Heavily emotional, actually. You're gonna crash too, Sally? Good night. Was nice of you to be here. I really enjoyed having you here. Oh, yeah, right, the VTube thing. I can't currently show my VTube because the game uses face tracking, aka uses a camera. And you can only use the camera for one thing or the other. I wanted to look into virtual cameras, but I did not have time for doing that, so very sorry, there's no VTube avatar right now. Instead, I put a picture of my VTube avatar up. I hope that is at least a little bit of consolidation. Actually, quest. Assist! Yay! So I can take a supporter one. Let's take a healer. Whoop. And back into the blinking game.
I said shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you. Those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper.
Oh.
And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
Hopefully.
You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that?
What?
Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
What? It's officially Christmas here. Merry Christmas, Frosky!
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
So what now?
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just... You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age,
no.
The only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius.
This. Stay here.
What did your mother hear on that phone call?
I don't think I can take the phone, no! What is...
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Oh, he died. I already expected it.
Oh, what is it? She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. We're eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay.
Damn it.
Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. Think about it. It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. You keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more? For a professor of science and symbols, you're really bad at reading.
Ouch.
That's funny. That's really witty.
I let us keep him for Benny, and I'm happy about that. But I really can't have 5 cats around the house. It's just not sustainable.
Outside or something.
They actually still made it work until her death there, which is pretty commendable. What the? No.
Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
I have the feeling it's something about dogs and death. Dogs from the snarling and death from the blood. It might be something completely harmless. I don't know. Ah.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work. To make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out.
Stay here.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So this has been a big surprise for me.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this. We need to move.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found.
I want to know what the dog has to say to Ella.
Make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this. I mean, what's the point? What's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. But it's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise. You know what to do. Go ahead and blink.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
So artsy.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius.
What do I write about?
Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
The Great Life of Benjamin Brain. The whole life was a lie? Don't tell me he actually died from the sickness. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home. Raised by loving parents. In a quaint village by the sea. His mother was a composer who, with the need to support herself, her family took a job as an accountant. Yeah, it's pretty much the same stuff that we heard before from the dog guide, I guess. Let's blink.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child, Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it.
Starts to paint a really sad picture.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
Yes, Mom, you can read it.
Can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is...
But you learned to write so well. Benjamin Bryn was a loser. He was the worst Bryn to ever live. He didn't even try to fight the disease inside him. He just laid down and died. That is really sad.
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
I'm up. What's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now.
Okay, I'm doing it.
I wonder what that is. Could be a brain tumor.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been...
Oh man.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
That's really sad. Does everything is black. I had to close my eyes. And I guess now it's just dark. Ah, there we go. Chloe!
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking.
What?
Because
No.
if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking, just so you don't...
That is so mean of her.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
This is a really emotional scene. Hey. This just kind of just killed my ability to say anything. Same here, same here. It was okay when it was still the artist that was kind of assholey, but eh.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love.
What? It just crashed, just like that. I have no idea what happened. What the hell just happened? I hope I don't have to restart or something. Well, I'm restarting the game and just hoping that it will let me continue. I wonder what happened though. Some type of Unity error, it seems. Mood ruined, yep. Sorry for that. I wonder where this is now.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Ah, it's black again. I hope it doesn't do that again.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now.
It's too bad that we have to go through that
I
again.
understand you
I
have
don't
a
want
business to
repeat,
run.
the content.
It's a very
I don't know how to
cliche
skip it.
thing to say to me in a time like this.
Maybe I can just open
Okay.
my eyes. Nope.
Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
I wonder what killed the game though. The resources are kind of leveled out, which is why I went for lower graphics to begin with. It's doing that buggy thing again. I hope it's not because of what I had to install from Unity. I can't press the button. At least I get a chance to throw it now.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What? You're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because
This is
if you were
so
really sick, like actually
disgusting.
sick, you'd have.
Hey, Benny, buddy, did you just throw something?
Yep.
Kinda sounded like you threw your cell phone at the wall.
Yep.
You know, your mom's not mad at you.
No.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Mom. Hi there. I'm just playing the piece you composed.
Playing B. She's listening.
Okay, let's see if it crashes again. Hey there. You're such a wonderful kitty for surviving so long. It's so sad to know what happens to the kittens there. It's not something that any mother should go through, whether cat or not.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
Get while too.
Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
I'm getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves it.
Oh, I think you're right.
Good old Ernie. There it is again.
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
No more audio? Let me just stream this real quick. It might be that she is completely frightened of the possibility of losing her friend now as well. That she made just after her mother died. It would make a lot of sense. There's a lot of pain in that girl too. But of course, not going to your sick friend is always also a bad thing. Because they need you. But it's, for a child, that's very hard, I can imagine. I've never been in that situation, so I can only imagine. And I think that's also good, because it also means that no one in my immediate vicinity had to die in front of me. Yet. Hey, Callahan? I have the feeling you cats are really going to turn on that snow decal on the window. You little monsters. What's up, Callahan? What shall I do? Come here. While stream rates are still taken, I'm gonna cuddle you. You may not be Ernie, but you definitely deserve a sashimi plate too, so every once in a while you get a little tasty thingy. Maybe soon we'll actually get some fish. Would you like that? Very Merry Christmas from Callahan, who loves the Christmas tree more than it can survive. I mean, you can hear her purr. You're a sweetie, Callahan. A little hurricane, but a sweetie. Oh, there we go. There's stream raiders. I'm gonna set you down. Love you, Cal. So I need way more assists. Going with a saint this time. Down here. Cannot call her. Also gonna press my button. Only pain.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there! Look at me! I'm talking to you.
What I'm not looking
I
up
want to give
anymore.
you
I can't do
something.
it. Damn it.
But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Dear neighbor kid, you are my best friend. Love, Chloe. Aww. Oh dear. It's getting quite hard on us to move.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
Yep.
But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Yep, that was pretty good. Arduos. No! Be brave. Aww. It's getting harder and harder to do stuff. I can't do anything anymore.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny. I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this cramp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now. You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller.
Aww.
If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me.
It's gonna be Mom, isn't it?
I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
It's a fishing road. Probably for fishing up souls. I bet it's gonna be Mom. What do you guys think? It's gonna be Chloe? It's gonna be Father? I bet it's gonna be Mom. It's beautiful. It might also be Eddie.
There she is. Wish me luck.
It's
Gatekeeper!
Eddie.
Before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story.
It's Eddie.
It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just
11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them of exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he was going to go, he was
okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts.
I think he died actually at
Close
12
your eyes
because...
now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in.
Because he was sick for 1 year.
Go on.
Crying, by the way.
You know what to do.
Why is he smiling like that?
He must be somewhere that he likes.
For your eyes. Ah, that was the game. It didn't take 4 hours, like I was told. But God, did it do a number on my emotions. Ah, I thought the story before was bad. The story before, the story that he wrote, also made me feel quite a bit. And I was pretty angry about the ways that sometimes the choices went, or what I could do, or what I accidentally or not accidentally did. But the story of the young kid dying, how he died, how he felt, and also the closure at the end by the parents. That's powerful. It's really powerful. This is really powerful. I think I especially liked how movement became harder. Small details like more pills in the pillbox. The chance to throw or not throw stuff. But especially how harder it was it got to move in the last times.
There's a couple pictures of you laughing. Grip tight to raffle tickets. I've got many, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here.
I can only recommend this game. You do need a camera because of face tracking, but I can only recommend it. It is definitely a beautiful game. I will replay it to see different choices and how they play out. And I'm probably gonna cry every time it finishes.
You're gonna feel the same. And without
The studio's made a wonderful game.
you'll be thinking.
I hope you liked it as well. It goes well with my emotional theme that I wanted to go with. It is a very emotional game, and I think this one actually fits Christmas the best from all the games that I've played this Christmas. I've played some pretty emotional games the last few Sundays. If I had known this was gonna be the game, I might have been able to help you up a quick and dirty fix for a second camera. No. I wanted to check into virtual camera, but I just didn't have time to do that. I'm going to try and figure it out for just in case, because there's more games that I want to tackle that may or may not have need for face tracking. There's stuff I can do with face tracking. The problem is just, one camera. Maybe one time when, if the stream is going well, I will buy actually a camera, because the current one that I'm using is from the office, from my work. But it all depends on the stream. I want to listen to a little bit more what the viewers want. And also need the financial aid from actually the viewers to get all the items for that. I'm kinda also happy that you did not see my VR model in the end, because they're just all over the place. I'm slouched, I'm crying. You wouldn't see any good tracking from my VR model. Nope. From my YouTube model. It wouldn't happen. But this was emotional. Only thing to that I can say, this is really the best game, the most emotional game I've played this Christmas. I've played a lot of emotional games, and there are still a few more emotional games to come on next Sunday. But so far this hits the most, hits the hardest, and it's the most family actually, the most love. We had a lot of love in the last two games too. Especially Valiant Hearts, I think. Or was it Valorant? I always switch these words. But that game was hitting me very hard. This game carries a different weight. If you ever have any games like this that you recommend me, I do like playing emotional games a lot. Probably because I myself have a little bit of a problem to come to terms with feelings and actually feel them. So I like to feel them through media like games. If you ever come across a game like this, you're welcome to share it in my Discord, and I will take a look at it and maybe stream it. I'd be really happy to find more of them. There's a lot of games that I still want to play. I'm happy that with the streaming I actually have a drive to go through all of the different games. Thank you for playing, they say. Thank you for making the game. Okay, I think I'm way too emotional to still do anything else. Else I would have said that I would hop into Foxhole for a little bit more of VTube and just gaming, but no, I don't think I'll be able to. You had a lot of fun watching. Yay. I hope you also have a wonderful sleep, and I hope that I will also see you tomorrow and that your internet is not quite gonna be as spotty, and that you don't have to do quite as much repairing for your family. Thank you very much for being with me today. I really enjoyed it. I had a wonderful Christmas thanks to you guys. Other than you guys, I actually didn't do much for Christmas. I just worked. Then I worked a little bit on non-day job stuff and did some stream prep, and then I streamed. So streaming with you guys was actually my Christmas party, you could say, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I hope that you guys had a wonderful Christmas, that those of you that still have Christmas ahead of themselves, or are actually having the main focus of Christmas be the morning of the 25th, from what I know, or these that do actually not have Christmas, but have another festivity, another time, that you still had a wonderful time and really got to relax, got to do what you like doing best and that is best for you, and maybe spend some time with your loved ones. Thank you very much for being here. You guys are really awesome and I really, really appreciate you. I hope that you also know that you guys are invaluable for this, and I could not overstate this. Stay awesome, guys, and see you next time. Bye.